The new moon energy shift is here. Chosen one, listen closely. The days of August 26th to August 28th are unlike any others. These are not ordinary nights. And this is not just another new moon passing quietly across the sky. These 3 days carry the weight of a spiritual reset, a turning of unseen tides, a holy shift in the atmosphere that will test your spirit, your mind, and your heart. You may already feel the pull, the strange stirring within your soul, telling you that something different is about to unfold. This is not imagination, this is divine alignment. The energy that descends in these days comes in waves, and each wave will either lift you higher or pull you under. The choice, chosen one, is yours. Whether you rise with it or fall beneath it depends entirely on how you protect yourself, how you prepare, and how you listen to the whispers of spirit calling you inward. You see, these 3 days are not about chaos or noise. They are about stillness, silence, and sacred separation. Solitude is not isolation. Solitude is your preparation. And preparation, beloved, is always the difference between breakthroughs and breakdowns. Spirit is not asking you to withdraw as punishment. Heaven is not calling you into silence to deny you companionship. This calling into stillness is about alignment, about positioning you to receive what cannot be poured into a distracted vessel. If you understand the power of what is being given to you in these hours, you will guard your space with the fiercest discipline. But if you ignore it, if you let the noise of others flood your soul, you risk losing a gift that only comes once in many lifetimes. The first reason Spirit is pulling you inward is this: the energy of reset requires silence. Every new moon brings fresh beginnings, but this one on August 26th is magnified. It does not only plant seeds, it clears entire fields. It erases what no longer belongs, burns away dead roots, and prepares sacred soil for a harvest that will come in its time. But hear me, seeds only grow in silence. Imagine a farmer trying to plant seeds in poison soil. No matter how good those seeds are, nothing can bloom. The same is true for your spirit. If you surround yourself with chatter, gossip, distractions, or toxic energies in these days, you will plant your intentions into polluted ground. That is why Spirit is urging you to step back, to withdraw from unnecessary conversations, to avoid spaces where confusion scatters like dust. This solitude is not punishment. It is your protection. It is the barrier that keeps your seeds pure and your soil fertile. The second reason Spirit insists on silence is because downloads cannot be interrupted. In these 3 days, messages will come, signs, visions, dreams, whispers that are meant only for you. Spirit does not shout, it whispers. And if your life is filled with noise, you will miss the whisper. You may think a conversation, a distraction, a social pull is harmless, but in that moment you are trading away revelation. Solitude sharpens your ability to hear, to catch the nudges that others miss, to see the signals written in places only your eyes were meant to notice. The third reason is protection. Energy vampires always awaken when the chosen are about to rise. You have felt it before. Every time you approach a breakthrough, someone close to you seems to shift strangely. Their words suddenly cut, their tone shifts. Small arguments spark, guilt trips form out of nowhere. Most of the time, they don't even realize they are being used. But the enemy knows that if he can distract you with their moods, he can derail your focus between August 26th and 28th. This will intensify, that is why you must withdraw. Their fear cannot cloud your faith. Their doubt cannot mix with your destiny. Their confusion cannot interfere with your clarity. Solitude becomes your shield. The fourth reason is manifestation. Manifestation requires isolation. What you think, feel, and speak in these days will plant directly into the soil of your future. Every intention you write down, every prayer you utter, every visualization you hold in your mind will be magnified, but if someone else is in your ear, if their doubts linger in your atmosphere, their energy will seep into your manifestation. This is why Spirit is clear. Declare in solitude, speak your vision in silence. Protect your frequency, because manifestation is a sacred act, and sacred acts require sacred space. And finally, the fifth reason, discipline is being tested. Sometimes solitude is not only about protecting you from others, but about proving something within you. Can you sit still without reaching for the comfort of distraction? Can you be silent without explaining yourself? Can you choose solitude without collapsing into fear of loneliness? These days are a test, chosen one. A training ground the universe is watching. Will you guard your spirit, or will you give it away cheaply? Will you keep your energy or open the door to thieves? Solitude is your training, sharpening you for greater blessings that demand stronger boundaries. Chosen one, the days of August 26th to 28th are sacred. They are not simply dates on a calendar. They are doors opening into the next cycle of your destiny. To honor them, you must be still. You must be silent. You must be set apart. Because in that stillness, your future is being written. Chosen one, now that you understand why silence is your shield, we must go deeper. The days of August 26th to August 28th are not simply about protecting your spirit. They are about receiving what others will miss. Spirit is pouring out revelations, downloads, and supernatural whispers that cannot be captured in noise. These days are not about emptiness. They are about being filled. But only vessels that are empty of distractions can be filled with divine wisdom. Think about it. In every great moment of transformation, there was solitude. Moses received the commandments alone on the mountain. Jesus prayed alone in the wilderness. Prophets, saints, and leaders throughout history withdrew before they were revealed. Why? Because the secrets of heaven cannot be handed out in crowded rooms. They are whispered into the quiet hearts of those willing to separate themselves. You, chosen one, are being called into that same pattern. From August 26th to 28th, spiritual downloads will be released. Some of you will dream vividly, dreams that carry answers to questions you have held for years. Others will hear a voice, a nudge, a repeated sign that makes itself undeniable. Some will suddenly feel clarity about decisions that have tormented them for months. But know this, these gifts will not come if you are distracted. The whispers of heaven are subtle. They require stillness, reverence, and focus. Imagine trying to hear a whisper while standing in the middle of a roaring crowd. No matter how hard you strain your ears, you won't catch the words. But step into silence, into stillness, and suddenly even the faintest breath becomes loud. That is why solitude is critical. Spirit will not shout over the noise of the world. It will whisper into your soul, and you must be present to hear it. But solitude does more than open your ears. It shields your energy during powerful spiritual shifts. The people around you often change in strange ways. They may feel restless in your presence, agitated without reason, resistant in ways they cannot even explain. This is because your aura begins to expand during these moments, and your rising energy collides with their stagnation. Without realizing it, they may project fear, doubt, or negativity into your space. You've seen it before, arguments that seem to appear out of nowhere, unexpected criticism, subtle guilt trips, or emotional pullbacks. This is not coincidence, this is resistance. The days of August 26th to 28th will heighten these reactions. Energy vampires, some intentional, most unintentional, will be stirred by what is awakening inside you. They may try to drain you, to keep you from breaking free into your next level. But remember, solitude is your shield. In solitude, their hands cannot reach you. Their voices cannot drown your faith. Their fears cannot cloud your vision. You must guard your energy as though it were gold, because it is chosen one. This is not only about protection, it is about manifestation. The new moon is the most powerful time for planting intentions. But intentions cannot be planted in polluted soil. The words you speak, the thoughts you hold, the emotions you allow will become the seeds of your next cycle. That is why Spirit demands silence. If you declare your intentions in the middle of chaos, you risk mixing your destiny with someone else's. Confusion, but if you declare them in solitude, they are pure, uncorrupted, powerful. During these 3 days, take time to write your intentions down. Speak them aloud into the quiet of your room. Visualize them until they feel real in your bones. This is not a ritual of fantasy. It is spiritual law. What you align with in solitude will echo through your future. What you declare without interference will manifest with clarity. Treat your intentions as sacred acts, because they are, and then there is the test. Chosen one, do not miss this. The universe will test your discipline. These 3 days are not just about receiving. They are about proving Spirit wants to know. Can you sit still without reaching for distraction? Can you remain silent without needing to explain yourself? Can you hold your solitude without collapsing into loneliness? These questions are not punishments. They are preparation. Every great blessing requires boundaries. Every destiny requires discipline. If you cannot protect your spirit in 3 days of solitude, how will you protect it when greater blessings arrive? This is training. Heaven is sharpening your discipline, so that when abundance comes, you will not waste it, so that when opportunities arrive, you will not sabotage them, so that when your destiny opens, you will be ready. Chosen one. Solitude in these 3 days is not about isolation. It is about empowerment. You are being pulled inward to be strengthened. You are being called into silence so you can hear. You are being tested so you can rise. Every moment you honor, this call will echo in your future. Every time you choose stillness, you are planting seeds of strength. Every time you resist distraction, you are building walls of protection. Do not think of these days as empty. Think of them as sacred. They are the soil of your transformation, the womb of your next chapter, the chamber where heaven is writing your name into the book of destiny. Between August 26th and August 28th, your solitude is your sanctuary. If you honor it, you will emerge with clarity, power, and vision unlike anything you have known. Chosen one, now we arrive at one of the most profound truths. about these sacred days' cycles are ending quietly. Not all endings come with a crash of thunder or the slam of a door. Some arrive in whispers, in subtle dissolving in the soft unraveling of things you once thought would last forever. Between August 26th and August 28th, Spirit will be closing certain chapters in your life, not with noise but with silence. And if you are not still, you will miss the signs. Many of you have felt it already. Friendships that once seemed solid now feel distant. Habits that once felt comforting now feel heavy. Opportunities that once excited you now leave you drained. This is no coincidence. This is Spirit reshaping your life, cutting away what no longer aligns with who you are becoming. But here's the truth: you cannot recognize endings when you are surrounded by constant noise. Only in solitude will you hear the quiet click of doors closing. Endings can be painful, but they are also holy. They make space for the new to enter. Yet most people miss their breakthroughs because they cling to what Spirit is trying to remove. They resist, they hold on. They fight for what no longer belongs, and in doing so they delay their destiny. But not you, chosen one. These 3 days are your opportunity to release with grace, to let go without guilt, to surrender without fear. Picture it like a tree in autumn. The leaves turn, wither, and fall, not because the tree has failed, but because the cycle demands it. The tree doesn't chase the falling leaves, doesn't mourn the branches becoming bare. It knows the shedding is preparation for spring. In the same way, your life is shedding now. Relationships, attachments, thought patterns, they are falling away because a new season is on the horizon. If you fight to hold on, you will only weigh yourself down. If you let go, you will rise lighter, freer and ready, chosen one. Solitude is not just about protection in this moment. It is about allowing yourself to witness what is leaving without interference. In the quiet, you will feel what is ending. You will see clearly who no longer belongs, what habits no longer serve you, what thoughts are chains instead of wings. These realizations will come not with drama, but with peace. That peace is your confirmation. It is Spirit saying this chapter is done. But there is something even greater unfolding. These 3 days are not only about endings, they are about the opening of a portal. From August 26th to August 28th, the veil is thin, the energy is magnified. A door between cycles swings open, and the way you walk through it will determine the flow of your next season. Some will stumble through distracted, drained, and unprepared, and they will find themselves facing blocks, confusion, and chaos. But you, chosen one, have been warned. You know the call. If you walk through with clarity, with intention, with silence, guarding your heart, you will align with blessings that others will spend years chasing. This is why solitude is not negotiable. You would not walk into a sacred ceremony distracted, would you? You would not enter a temple gossiping or scrolling or letting others drain your energy. You would prepare, you would cleanse, you would pray, you would fast. That is exactly what Spirit is asking of you now. These 3 days are your sacred preparation. Your body is the temple, your mind is the altar. Your spirit is the vessel. Protect them fiercely, and yes, others will not understand. They may wonder why you are distant, why you suddenly withdraw, why you are not as available as before. They may even accuse you of avoiding them. But this is not about them. This is about you in spirit. This is about your alignment, your protection, your destiny. Do not let guilt pull you back into the noise. Do not let misunderstanding rob you of clarity. Between August 26th and August 28th, your silence is your weapon. Your solitude is your sanctuary. Your stillness is your shield. Chosen one, recognize what is really happening. This is not isolation, it is initiation. You are not being abandoned. You are being awakened. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Spirit is taking you deeper than ever before, stripping away the old so you can be reborn into the new. And when the silence feels heavy, remember this: the weight you are feeling is not emptiness. It is the weight of transformation, of years of burdens finally being lifted, of chains breaking, of roots being pulled out so new seeds can grow. When these days pass, you will not just notice a shift. You will embody it. Your energy will change. Your presence will change. Even the way people respond to you will change. Why? Because you will no longer be the same. You will have crossed a threshold that cannot be undone. You will have stepped into a timeline that is higher, purer, more aligned with your true destiny. So, chosen one, do not fear the endings. Do not resist the shedding. Do not run from the silence. Embrace it all, for in the quiet of these 3 days, Spirit is writing the next chapter of your story. A chapter filled with clarity, abundance, and power beyond what you have ever known. Chosen one, understand this with all your heart. Sometimes solitude is not just about protection from others. It is about testing the strength of your own discipline. These days from August 26th to August 28th are not only spiritual reset days, they are also examinations. Spirit is asking you, can you be still when everything in you wants to move? Can you remain silent when the urge to explain yourself is burning inside? Can you guard your energy when distractions are knocking at your door? This is not a punishment, it is training. A test that determines whether you are ready for the weight of the blessings waiting ahead. Think about it. Discipline is the bridge between intention and manifestation. Many people declare their desires, but few have the discipline to protect those desires until they bloom. If you cannot hold silence for 3 days, how will you hold abundance for a lifetime? If you cannot resist distraction now, how will you stand firm when greater opportunities and greater temptations arrive? Spirit uses these hours to sharpen your focus. You may notice that during this time, small tests appear. A sudden argument from someone you love, a message from a person you've already been called to release, an unexpected wave of boredom pushing you to scroll endlessly, wasting the sacred energy of these days. Chosen one, none of this is random. Every test is designed to measure. Will you choose spirit or will you choose noise? Will you choose clarity or confusion? Will you honor the silence or surrender it? Discipline is your shield. Each time you say no to distractions, your spirit grows stronger. Each time you resist the urge to fill the silence, your inner voice becomes clearer. And each time you choose stillness over chaos, you prove to Spirit that you are ready for greater responsibility. Because blessings require boundaries, and abundance requires discipline. But this test is not only external. The deeper challenge comes from within. Can you face yourself without flinching in solitude? You cannot hide behind conversations, behind business, behind constant interaction alone. The mirror of your soul reflects back everything. The fears you still carry, the wounds that remain unhealed, the dreams you've been too afraid to speak. And this is where true discipline is born. Not in avoiding what is uncomfortable, but in staying with it long enough to be transformed by it. Chosen one discipline is not about deprivation. It is about alignment. Imagine a musician tuning their instrument before stepping onto the stage. The audience does not see the tuning, does not hear the hours of practice, but without it the music would fall apart. That is what these days are for you. Tuning your soul, sharpening your spirit, aligning your energy. No one else may notice the effort, but the results will echo in every area of your life. The universe is watching, heaven is recording. This is not about whether you can impress others with your strength. It is about whether you can prove to yourself and to spirit that you are ready. These 3 days are a divine rehearsal for the destiny. You are stepping into the one who cannot master silence, cannot master abundance, the one who cannot choose solitude, cannot sustain influence. This test, though invisible, is everything. Do not underestimate how powerful your choices are. Right now, every time you choose stillness, you are declaring to the universe, I am ready, I am disciplined. I can handle what is coming. Every time you resist distraction, you are sending a message. I am trustworthy with more. I am strong enough to protect what is sacred. And the universe responds in kind. And chosen one, let's be clear. Solitude during these days is not punishment. It is strategy. Think of a warrior sharpening their blade before battle. They step away from the crowd, away from the noise, away from distraction, because they know that sharpness is survival. You too are sharpening yourself for what is coming. The blessings ahead are too great to be wasted on an unprepared vessel. Spirit will not release abundance into hands that cannot hold it, into hearts that cannot protect it. That is why this discipline matters. It will not always be easy. You may feel restless. You may feel tempted to break the silence. You may even feel lonely, but understand this. Loneliness is an illusion. You are not alone in the silence. You are closer to spirit than ever before. The whispers you hear, the nudges you feel, the visions that flash across your mind, these are signs that your solitude is filled with divine presence. The stillness is not empty. It is overflowing. So, chosen one, embrace this test. Let the discipline refine you. Let the solitude reveal you. Let the silence strengthen you. Between August 26th and August 28th, your spirit is being measured, your discipline is being sharpened, and your destiny is being prepared. If you can hold firm now, the blessings that await you will flow freely, unshaken and unstoppable. Remember, the universe never tests without reward. Every moment you endure with faith, every silence you protect with discipline, every distraction you refuse with courage, it all builds toward the life you have been praying for. This is the preparation, this is the training. This is the test that will open the gates of the new season. Hold strong, chosen one. Your discipline is proof that you are ready. And finally, understand that these days are preparation for the open portal. The new moon, aligned with this energy, is not just symbolic. It is an opening, a doorway between cycles. If you step into it distracted, drained or unfocused, you will stumble in confusion for the months ahead. But if you step into it with clarity, discipline, and strength, you will align with blessings that others will chase for years. This is why the call to solitude is non-negotiable. It is not about deprivation. It is about preparation. Think of it as a sacred ceremony. Before entering, you cleanse. You fast, you pray. You guard your space. That is what these 3 days are preparation for. Ceremony. Spirit is inviting you to meet destiny in a pure state. Uncluttered, undistracted, unafraid, and when these days are complete, you will not just feel a shift. You will embody it. Your aura will change. Your perspective will expand. Your energy will glow in a way that others cannot ignore. Some will marvel, some will resent. But all will know that you crossed a threshold into a higher version of yourself. You will carry a new frequency, a power that cannot be faked, a clarity that cannot be stolen. Chosen one, take this seriously. These dates are not numbers on a calendar. They are divine appointments, written into your soul before you were even born. What you choose to do with them will echo for months. Even years to come, will you protect your energy? Honor your solitude and step boldly into the new? Or will you let distractions rob you of the blessings prepared for you? The choice is yours, but hear this. If you choose wisely, if you honor the silence, if you trust the solitude, you will rise into a new cycle with more power, clarity, and abundance than you have ever known. This is not just transition. It is transformation. This is not just another week. It is the reset of your destiny. So between August 26th and August 28th, be still, chosen one. Guard your space, let go of the past. Step into the silence, for in that silence, Spirit will reveal everything you need to walk boldly into your next season. And when you emerge, you will not just be ready for the future. You will embody it. This is your moment. This is your shift. This is your new beginning.